Yes, I bet with Cincinnati, but I like to say the biggest area improving my game is just the run game. Honestly, just the physicality part. Constantly play by play, just not taking reps off. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. In the run game, you gotta take pride in as an O lineman. You gotta just perfect that as much as possible.
And what would it mean, to block for a quarterback like Joe Burrow?
Man, I love that. I remember that 2019 run he had. Dude is a dog. I would love to block for Joe.
That's it.
Last year, Broderick Jones was drafted in the first round. Kind of a teammate with Steve. And what was it like to see him go through this process last year?
Brod was a great teammate. Like I said, he helped me like more off the field and on the field. Like I said, he was a year older than me, so he he's been showed the ropes longer than I have. So like I said, he didn't have to, but he took time to show me, little things like watching film, how to break down film, how to turn the switch on and off, when to be serious and when you can actually have a little fun, So I'm very thankful for Broderick and those times he spent with me.
Have you gotten to speak with him in this draft process?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes, sir.
What's he told you?
Honestly, what to be prepared for coming to the combine. It's really an interview, a job interview. So like I said, he's prepared me a lot. Yes, sir. Honestly, like I said, I feel like Georgia's the best college institution in the country, and I feel like they prepared me and the guys, my teammates here, more than anybody else in the country, honestly.
Why is that? Why do you feel more prepared?
Man, it's just the hard coaching. The coaching staff we got is the best coaching staff in the country. And that's I strongly feel that's true. And like I said, they teach you how to grow up before your time, honestly. And I had to do that real quick. And like I said, I'm very thankful for that.
Between Broderick and George Pickens, Pittsburgh has been heavy. That Georgia pipeline, is he smiling? Have you had a conversation with them?
Like I said, more really with Broderick and Darnell. Haven't really talked to George Pickens, honestly.
What was it like blocking with Darnell?
Sir?
What was it like blocking with Darnell?
It made my job way easier, I'll be honest with you, because I look beside me and this dude's my size, you know what I'm saying? Many tight ends aren't your size offensive tackle, so he made my job way easier.
Could he be a tackle one day?
I feel like he's a tight end, man. He's like I said, he's a very gifted and talented blocker, but like I said, he's a great tight end, and that's his position.
Have you met with Pittsburgh here?
Yes, sir.
With Pittsburgh formally?
Yes, sir.
Amarius, first of all, how's the ankle?
The ankle's good, 100%, ready to go at the combine Sunday. So. Yes, sir. Formal.
What did you think about that meeting with the franchise?
It was great. Like I said, they tried to pick me apart a little bit, which I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I had to ask some hard questions. But like I said, that's the combine. It's a job interview. So I don't mind answering those tough questions, and I don't mind getting asked tough questions.
What were the tough questions?
I ain't gonna really elaborate on that. I'm gonna kind of keep that between us. It was just some hard questions I had to answer. That's fine.
During those questions, has it really been just specifically on right tackle, or have they talked about?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like as you play right tackle or left tackle in college, you are a tackle. I feel like you have to be ready to play both because you never know what might happen. You can get drafted. You know what I'm saying? You can play all your snaps at right. And next thing you know, in the league, you'll be a left tackle. So I feel like you got to be ready to play both. Honestly.
For you, with the limited number of starts, what is it that makes you ready to take that next step right now?
Honestly, the 3 years I spent at Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I had to mature early, going in the portal and all that good stuff that kind of matured me fast. And like I said, I know I don't have the amount of starts and snaps as many guys here, but I feel like I'm just as prepared and just as good as everybody else here in the top of the class.
Broderick, does that come up a lot in your meeting with the teams? The lack of snaps in college, does that come up a lot?
I mean, yeah, it comes up, and I just say the same thing over again. Like I said, I went to a very strong institution where they prepared me on and off the field as a man and as a player, and I feel like I'm ready. So,
what do you know about coaches made him play both sides?
Yes, sir.
Did they do that with you too?
Oh, yes, sir, 100%. Like I said, most of my snaps, of course, all my snaps are at right tackle, of course, but in practice, you got to play both. That's how it is.
What did they tell you? Why?
It's not really a why. It's just like I said, I remember my freshman year, I came in at left tackle and then snapped at left tackle. And ever since then, from sophomore year on, I've been right. So you just got to be ready to play both, honestly.
Broderick has talked about how the intense practices at Georgia had kind of molded him. What was it like playing for Kirby Smart? How intense were those practices?
All I know is you better be ready to get on that mic because he going to get you. I promise you that. I don't care if you're a 5-star out of high school, 3-star, walk-on. I promise you, if you're doing something wrong, you're going to be on that mic. So it's intense.
What intrigues you about the Las Vegas Raiders?
You said what?
What intrigues you about the Las Vegas Raiders? Have you talked with them?
Yes, sir. I had a good meeting with them. Like I said, it was more like everybody else, asking the hard questions. I got on the board for those guys, and like I said, I really enjoyed that meeting.
Amarius, what would it mean to you to be in the same room with Trent Williams? And have you, by any chance, met with the 49ers?
Man, I met with the 49ers, like I said. That was one of my last visits in day 2, but it would mean a lot to be in the room with Trent Williams. You know, learning from a guy like that, in my opinion, the best tackler in the NFL, I would love to learn from him.
Amarius, who would you say is the toughest guy that you ever faced at Georgia in practice? And then likewise, who's the toughest defender that you've ever faced in a college football game?
I might have to give you a top 5 at Georgia.
Yeah, so go ahead, give me top 5.
No order at all, but like I said, of course you got Jordan Davis, you got Devontae Wyatt, you got Jalen Carter, you got Trayvon Walker, and you got. I'm gonna throw a tie in there just because it's gonna be 6. Adam Madison and Nolan. That's like I said, I had to deal with that all my freshman year, and it made life miserable. So, but like I said, they got me prepared, and they got me where I am. But they got me where I am today, honestly. So.
How about the top guy that's from another team that you faced, whether it be pass rush, run blocking?
I'll probably say my sophomore year against LSU, I tried to block B.J. Ojolari. He was pretty good. But I'll say this year, Tyler Barron from Tennessee.
Can you talk a little bit about that Ohio State game from 2 years ago? I really feel like over the course of the game, he was way more confident, kind of started dominating. What went into your preparation that day? Does anything stick out?
Honestly, it was just like I said, Coach talked to me before the game. He was like, you're going to be starting. And he was like, you're prepared. Don't do anything special. And like I said, I went to Georgia and saying, they're going to make sure you're prepared. They want to put you out there if you're prepared. And like I said, I just seized the moment, did what I did. An opportunity I was given.
Everybody talks about the lack of snaps and whatever, but you're already a pretty refined offensive tackle in my opinion. What's the next step for your development? What's some of the things you're working on right now?
Honestly, just to perfect my craft as much as possible. Like I said, whatever organization drafts me, they're gonna get a guy who's willing to come in and work hard from sun up to sundown. Honestly,
What do you know about
the most impressive part of Trent Williams' game is?
I feel like he's just the most physical and nasty run blocker, pass blocker in the NFL, and that's what makes him like the best. Honestly, he doesn't have an off switch; he's always on. So.
You're at the NFL Combine this week. Have you spoken with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No, sir.
Okay.
You talked about maturing what is that journey like for you? I actually didn't get to watch the rest of the game, so
honestly, I am way different. From 18 years old to 21, I've learned so much. Like I said, just when to turn it on and when to turn it off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's off the field. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as a freshman, you come in, you're kind of immature. You know what I'm saying? You still, got a little high school vibes. Feel like it's need to play. But like I said, I learned from guys like Jamari Sawyer, Broderick Jones, and Warren McClendon. Guys taught me, it's time and a place. And like I said, the sooner you realize that, and the more your mental gets strong, you'll be a better football player on the field.
What do you know about? Has that been your approach during this pre-draft process, like using that maturity and taking it like a business?
Oh yeah, 100%. A lot of teams weren't expecting me to be as mature as, like I said, I am one of the underclassmen here. But like I said, I had to learn that at Georgia, just being honest with you.
Amarius, have you met with the Jets this week?
Yes, sir.
And what was that meeting like? What do you know about the Jets?
It was good. I did a lot of board work with them also. I'm not going to go into depth about what, but I did. I asked a lot of hard questions. Like I said, I had 25 meetings, and those was like one of the meetings that I, had asked some hard questions. So it was good. A lot of board work and a lot of hard questions, honestly.
And what would it mean like to you to block for a guy like Aaron Rodgers?
It would mean a lot. Aaron Rodgers is a guy I grew up watching with the Packers, you know what I'm saying? He's, like I said, one of the NFL's best quarterbacks, and I would love that.
Amarius, what you told us the other day that out of all the Georgia players, you have the best shoe game. If you could only wear one shoe for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my God, I got a lot of shoes. I got to think long and hard about this one. Oh.
I think that's kind of the game.
If I were to wear a shoe for the rest of my life, I'll probably say I like the Tiffany Forces. They're like the black and kind of like teal Forces. I don't know why, but that shoe is just a nice shoe to me.
Morris, what did you get into?
Can you say that again?
What characteristics do you possess as a player?
Like I said, I feel like I'm a very social person. I feel like I get along with anybody. Like I can light up a room. My personality, I feel like speaks a lot for itself. I'm always smiling. Never really a dull moment around me, honestly. So like I said, they're gonna get a high energy guy. A guy who, like I said, can talk to anybody. Honestly. It means a lot, honestly. Like I said, I wouldn't be here. For my family, honestly, back home, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my aunt, they're the reason why I'm here today.
Amarius, technically at your position, what do you hang your hat on?
Honestly, like I said, I know it's about football, but just try to be a good guy. Honestly, like I said, it's more than just football. I try to be a good person like every day. You know.
How do you dominate though in your position? What is it about you
We had
that
a ton of depth last year.
from the way you use your body, the way you move your feet, the way you use your hands?
That's just preparation, honestly. Like I said, I'm very fortunate to go to university where we take pride in that stuff like that. And like I said, they prepared me for 3 long years, and like I said, I owe that to them. You know, I was just a big guy relying on my size in high school, but they molded me into somebody different.
What do you want to show up there tomorrow?
Honestly, that I'm 100% healthy and that I can move better and just as good as everybody else out there, honestly.
Amarius, is your voice really that deep, or are you just showing out for the cameras right now?
Nah, my voice that deep.
Okay. What's the largest wild animal you can take in a wrestling match?
A lot of people gonna say a bear, but that's just not true, honestly. But I'm gonna be realistic with myself. Can you repeat that again?
What was life like in the portal?
Like I said, I remember going in the portal on April 10th, 2022. I was in the portal for about 8 days, and like I said, it was a decision I made. Honestly, I look back on the kind of immature decision. I was young. I felt like I was ready to play. And I just remember Coach Smart talking to me before I left, and it was like, just remember the grass isn't always green on the other side. So I went to go see myself, and honestly, I went down to Tallahassee. No shade on them at all, but I just realized, it took time to think with my family, and I felt like I should go back to Georgia.
I'm sorry. I think every time we saw you at Georgia, you had some color in your hair. Maybe is that gone, or is that just?
Oh no, that's gone. Like I said, it's a job interview. Trying to look, presentable as possible. Like I said, it's a job interview. I want to look as presentable as possible, honestly.
Amarius, what part of the scheme at Georgia do you think was best at showcasing your talents? And conversely, what part of your talents do you think maybe you didn't get as much of a chance to show?
Can you say that again, please?
What part of the scheme you played in college do you think showed your strengths the best? And conversely, what part of your game do you think maybe you didn't get as much of a chance to show?
Like I said, honestly, I played in a multi-system offense. Munkin brought an NFL offense to our college, and like I said, I'm very grateful for that. So I feel like I'm ready for any offense in the NFL, honestly, because like I said, we had more pro style. We spread it out. A lot of screens. A lot of drop back pass. Some run heavy offenses. But like I said, at Georgia, it got me ready to see any offense there is in the NFL.
Amarius, your Georgia career ended early in that SEC championship game. Can you take us back kind of that moment and your emotions, your frustrations with it going down like that?
Like I said,
great detail.
Oh my God, this man. Like I said, it wasn't my proudest game, honestly, because I went down. I want to say play 12. So I wish I could have finished the game with my guys. We fell up short. But like I said, if I can go back to that game, I wish I wouldn't have got bumped up and, on my ankle again. But like I said, I just know if we're 100% healthy, that would have been a different outcome in that game, honestly, I think.
So, Alabama has Georgia in the regular season. What do you think the score might be?
I'm going to say 50-0.
50? Oh, Alabama.
50-0. Georgia, JC, Georgia. This man.
Yeah, no, I mean it was. We kind of got away from
honestly, I try to worry about that as an O-lineman. I'm saying? We don't get the recognition of the other guys, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I just feel like when I do my job on the field, off the field, NIL stuff will come after that. But like I said, I wasn't really big into it. I honestly didn't care. I was like as long as I did my job on the football field, I knew our big dollars would come later on in the NFL. So.
Yeah, so I'm not going to push those really, but
I'm not going to tell you no story. It didn't really bother me as long as I know that you're going to be a dog on that football field. You're going to be there whenever it's time, the fourth quarter, 1 minute left. Like I said, as long as you can lock in and, give it all you got, I don't care about NIL, honestly.
Who are some tackles that you kind of looked up to and kind of tried to model your game after?
Is that like college or NFL?
Either.
Like I said, I came in. I was looking up to Warren, McClendon, Broderick, and Jamari, those type of guys in college, of course, because those are my teammates, and they were, like I said, they're doing good so far at the teams they're at right now. But like I said, NFL, really right tackles, Lane Johnson, Panay Sewell, guys like that, and then left, of course, Landon Tunsil and Trent Williams.
Can you just talk about your relationship with Warren McClendon and have you talked to him throughout the process at all?
Oh yeah, I talked to Warren a couple days ago. Honestly, like I said, I met Warren before I met anybody on the Georgia roster. Me and him had the same high school O-line coach, so like I said, our relationship goes way back, honestly. And then when I got on campus, he's the guy, like I said, that showed me the ropes and what to do and what not to do. How to be attentive in meetings and all that good stuff. Take notes, and like I said, with class and stuff, showed me the bus skill, the bus system and all that good stuff. So like I said, I'm very grateful for the relationship I have with Warren.
Have you talked with the Rams at all throughout this process?
I did, but I'm not going to really speak on what was said, but I did talk to the Rams.
What do you expect to weigh in at tomorrow?
Like I said, honestly, that's honestly, like I said, really between 335, 340. That's why I always play that. That's why I feel comfortable at, honestly. So
we'll take one more question.
Thank you, guys.